Hello, everyone. I'm Santosh Mysore, and I head the Vaccines and Global Health Publications team at GSK, and I'm based out of Belgium. I'm also proud to be representing GSK at Open Pharma, to which GSK has been a founding member. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to present the ORCID analysis that we did together with Open Pharma. So you have heard about the importance of ORCID registrations for authors from Shauna. But why is it relevant for pharma research? As you know, companies adhere to GPP guidelines, and GPP recommends registering to ORCID. Of course, every company has strong transparency commitments and initiatives. ORCID registrations is one such transparency initiative. Companies work with researchers across the globe, and ORCID registrations will help to disambiguate any author ambiguities who might be present at different parts of the world. Pharma is also interested to identify their own research, and by searching the pharma research using the ORCID ID will help to increase the discoverability of the pharma research. Lastly, more and more journals these days request authors to submit ORCID ID during the manuscript submission, and this also helps to engage authors to provide their ORCID IDs during submission process. At GSK, we did a pilot initiative to register GSK authors for ORCID using a very small toolkit. The toolkit is actually presented on this slide, and we've also summarized the outcome at an ISMPP Congress as a poster. What we did was to engage the GSK authors to register to ORCID very early on in the publication development, and requested them to provide that ORCID ID to us. What we noticed was that there was a progressive uptake of ORCID, and that encouraged us to expand this to even external authors that we work with as part of the GSK research. As part of Open Pharma and working with ORCID, based on this initial pilot, what we did was to explore ORCID uptake of 14 pharma companies who are members or supporters of Open Pharma. So what we looked at was ORCID registrations of company employees of these 14 pharma employees or companies during 2018 and mid of 2021 using their affiliation, mainly the email ID associated with the company. Outcome of this research has also been presented at ISMPP as posters, and we strongly recommend you to look at them. In summary, what we see after that exercise was that ORCID registrations of company employees across all these 14 companies that we looked at progressively increased during that time. And in some companies, this increase was close to 500%. With this very encouraging results at GSK, we continuously try to engage authors and systematically request them to provide their ORCID IDs, engaging them as early as possible during the manuscript development. So in summary, ORCID registrations by pharma employees is increasing. However, in order to see a consistent trend, we need to keep in mind to engage authors early on and systematically request them to provide ORCID IDs. Of course, publishers could further streamline and support in this initiative should they require ORCID IDs during the manuscript submissions. That will also help to engage authors to register and provide the ORCID IDs. Finally, linking ORCID ID with any potential conflicts of interest of authors will also help to streamline the process and also support the authors to engage themselves and register to ORCID. I thank you for your attention, and I look forward to any questions or feedback.